We've been joined by Dell Scott, who is an In the Upper Room family member. So, Dell, it's so wonderful to have you back on the
I'm
program.
excited to be back on the show again. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, anytime. You've got a lot of stuff to share with us. So, we'll start with
Yes.
the books, I guess.
Yes, I've had a lot going on since the last time I've been on the show. I've co-authored 2 books that have been released since then, and the first one is Decisive Women, Designing Decisions in 5 Minutes or Less, and I was blessed to be a co-author along with about 20 other phenomenal women, and we talk about those moments and just in a short period of time. What's that defining moment in your life? What was that moment like when you made the decision to, walk in your purpose or to make that change in your destiny? And the part, my chapter, what I contribute to the book is designing my destiny. And I talk about having, the background of being an accountant, which is just so far from the world of fashion. But I share what was that moment for me. As an accountant, here I am, senior accountant in a family firm, and I'm married with children, and I still feel like something's missing. And every day I feel like there's a void. I felt like, there's some other things I want to explore. I feel like I have other gifts and talents. And I talk about what that moment was like as I was sitting there in that chair, at work that day. And I said, I don't want any regrets. I don't want to look back 10 years later and say, what if?
How long
I want
ago
to
was
start
that?
pursuing my destiny.
I'm sorry, Dell. How long ago was that moment occurred for you?
That was 2008.
Okay. All right.
2008, and I had not started designing then. I just started my fashion business, which is named Divacoutoure. I was just selling fashion retail, accessories and clothing and jewelry, but it evolved into so much more. I started writing after that point, and then ultimately started designing. And the DS collection that was born in 2014.
And the other book?
The other book, this was just released in April. This is called Mogul in the Making, and it's 7 of us, and we talk about what is it to be a mogul for many people who are multi-gifted and they have different businesses, they're entrepreneurs. How do you juggle it all? What makes you be a mogul? What steps do you have to take? What foundation do you have to have in place? So I talk about how to create the image of a mogul.
I know you have a lot to say about this. I'm not even going to say anything.
Well, the first question I wanted to ask was everything that you felt that you didn't want to leave out there, have you done everything already, or is there still more?
I feel like there's still more, but the biggest thing for me, I was always passionate about designing. So even though I had started my fashion business back in 2008, I still felt like something else needed to come out of it. I didn't feel fulfilled, even after everything that I was doing. So I think designing really was that vein for me. That's what I was truly called to do. So this is my 3rd line that I released. That's called Midnight. And I had the premiere in June for that. And that one I'm very passionate about. I'm excited to have released that. So I think with that, I'm just really on the cusp of really moving, into what I was called to do. And I'm blessed to have the platform of fashion. But ultimately, I feel that I'm called to empower women and do that through my designs.
Now, the other question, both books are a collaboration with other people.
Yes.
Are there women the only collaboration on both books?
Yes. Yes. It is only women.
May I ask why you decided only women?
Well, I'm actually not the visionary for both the books. I had both the visionary for the books. They actually reached out to me and wanted me to collaborate with them. They felt that what I had to offer was definitely something, my testimony, my story was definitely something that needed to be authored.
And I remember the first time you came on the program, that was the thing that you were very passionate about, was empowering women.
Yes.
And so I was so happy when you reached out to see if we could have you on the program again, because I felt that was a very important message.
Yes.
And I just wanted to make sure that we share it. I want to make sure that we have time to show your fashions, but can you talk to us a little bit about this Midnight collection?
Yes, well, the theme for the collection actually is midnight, and it's where one moment ends and a new one begins, and that directly ties in with midnight and going into the dawn of a new day. And I got the vision for formal dresses, and they're all black, tying into the theme of midnight. And it's amazing because one of the things that I realized with this line is that there's brilliance in simplicity. So when you think of a black dress, you think of, just a little black dress, something that's basic, but each dress is very unique in its own way, but yet it's still very simplistic. But the bigger part of this is diversity was a big key for me. So when I selected my models, I wanted models of different ethnic backgrounds, because society wants to put this limit, or this guideline or this certain definition on what beauty is.
Right.
And I believe that, beauty is, all different statures, physiques, different ethnic backgrounds. So all my models were different, women of different cultures, African, Mexican, Spanish, Caucasian, and I really wanted that to come through. And it was very important for me because when women looked at my designs, I wanted it to be able to resonate with them, that they see themselves. So that was very, very important. But every design is unique in its own right, as I believe all women are unique as well.
Okay, well, let's not tally. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to ask you to stay tuned. We'll come back and show you some of these beautiful fashions. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to In the Upper Room. Fashion designer Dell Scott, and I have two of my beautiful models here this evening, and they are modeling designs from Midnight of the DS collection. I have Crochet, who is standing right next to me, and she has on the custom sash tie dress, and as you can see, it ties here at the shoulder and also at the waist on opposite sides. And if you can spin around to the back, Crochet, let them get a nice spin. And you see it's an asymmetrical design with an opening here, form-fitting, and about down to the foot there. Definitely befitting for any upcoming event, a gala, especially as we come into the holiday season. And then we have the stunning Gigi, and she is wearing the wing arm design from Midnight of the DS collection. As you can see, it has an exaggerated sleeve. Can you spin around there for us, Gigi? Okay, form-fitting, there's a slit in the back, asymmetrical cut across the back as well. So if you're really looking to make a statement, you want something with a little bit of drama in your life, in this case, good drama, this design is definitely will work well for you. And the both of them, they were actually in my premiere, so I'm excited to have them here alongside me tonight. Two of our beautiful designs, and there are 8 others as well that are very unique in their own right. And if you have interest in getting these designs or taking a look at the other ones for your upcoming events, you can go to dellscottcollection.com. I am Dell Scott. I am a fashion designer and a fashion stylist. My line is the DS collection, the Dell Scott collection. What I find that most women struggle to deal with right now, we're in a society where aesthetically it's telling us what is beauty. What is really beautiful? Is it a certain stature? Is it a certain, physique? So I think a lot of women are struggling to identify with who they are. One way that I cater to that is when I meet with clients, I'm looking to create something that is specific to them. Not only create something brilliant, but when they step in it, I want them to feel their brilliance. I want their inner essence to come out. The DS collection looks to empower women, ultimately through our designs. That is our mission. We want women to feel beautiful. We want women to embrace who they are, to understand that no matter what physical attributes they have that are different from other women, that they need to celebrate themselves. And that's something that you'll do in one of our designs. You will celebrate the very being of who you are. The designs that I create cater specifically to the client. We're making them hand crafted garments. They are custom made, specific to that client's taste, specific to their measurements, which is very important. The big difference is that when you buy something that's off the rack, it's off the rack. It's not made specifically to fit you. It's made to fit a general range of sizes. But when you put on a garment that's handcrafted, custom made from the DS collection, it is made to drape you perfectly according to your size, your shape, your physique. I scour all over the place between, nationally and overseas for unique materials. So when you're wearing a design from the DS collection, you're wearing something that's unique, one of a kind. When women come in for a consultation to get something designed by me, I intently listen to what it is that they want, and I'm able to definitely tap in to who they are as a woman and bring that out in the design. And I'm very passionate about fashion, but ultimately my platform is fashion, and I empower women ultimately to tap into who they are, tap into their very essence, their very being, and that's what I look to do when I create my designs.